Do you ever find yourself in a conversation, or perhaps even a disagreement, with someone you care about, a friend, a family member, even a colleague at work, and it feels like you're just not on the same page? Like there's an invisible barrier, a subtle distortion, making true understanding feel just out of reach. It can be so frustrating, can't it? You might walk away feeling misunderstood, or perhaps wondering why a simple interaction felt so charged, so complicated. It's almost as if we're reacting not just to the person in front of us, but to something else, something unseen that's coloring our perception. Often, this something else is a very human tendency called projection. It sounds like a big word, but it simply means that sometimes, without even realizing it, we see our own feelings, our own past experiences, or even parts of ourselves we haven't quite made peace with in other people. It's like we're unknowingly handing them a script that we wrote and then reacting when they don't play the part we've assigned them. Imagine putting on a pair of colored sunglasses and then forgetting you're wearing them. Everything you see takes on the tint of those lenses. Projection is a bit like that for our emotions and perceptions. It's not a flaw, not at all. It's a way our minds try to make sense of the world, often by using familiar patterns from our own inner landscape. We might see our own unacknowledged insecurity in someone else's confidence, interpreting it as arrogance. Or we might attribute our own unspoken anxieties to a loved one, believing they are worried when the worry truly originates within us. Our minds are wonderfully complex, always trying to protect us and help us navigate life. Sometimes, projection happens because there are feelings or truths about ourselves that are a little difficult to face directly. It can feel safer, in a way, to see those qualities out there in someone else, rather than in here within us. Perhaps a past hurt has made us quick to expect disappointment, so we unconsciously look for signs of it in new relationships. Or maybe an old belief about not being good enough makes us perceive criticism even when it's not intended. It's a defense, but one that can keep us from true connection. This isn't just about romantic misunderstandings. It weaves its way through all our connections. Think about family. Those dynamics can be so deeply ingrained. Is it possible that the way you react to a certain family member is colored by years of history, by roles you were once assigned or assumed? That sibling who you feel always doubts your decisions, are they truly doubting you in this present moment? Or does their way of speaking trigger an old echo of not being trusted from long ago? With friends, too. Have you ever felt a friend was being distant or unsupportive, only to realize later that you were going through a particularly vulnerable time yourself, and perhaps reading their normal behavior through your own lens of needing extra reassurance? Or maybe you've seen a competitive streak in a friend, when in truth, you were grappling with your own ambitions and insecurities. And at work, it's so common. Perhaps your manager gives very brief feedback, and your mind instantly leaps to, they must think I'm doing a terrible job. But what if they were simply overwhelmed that day, and their brevity had nothing to do with your performance? You might be projecting your own inner critic, your own fear of inadequacy onto them, or seeing a colleague's quiet focus as them being unapproachable or even plotting against you, when they are simply introverted or concentrating deeply. When we're caught in projection, we're essentially having a relationship with our own story about the other person, rather than with the person themselves. And the cost can be high. It creates misunderstandings that can lead to hurt feelings, arguments, and a slow erosion of trust. We miss out on the richness of genuine connection, the beauty of seeing and being seen for who we really are. So, how do we begin to untangle this? How do we start to see more clearly? It's a gentle process, a journey of inner noticing. The first step is often just a pause. When you feel a strong emotional reaction welling up towards someone, frustration, anger, deep sadness, irritation, take a quiet breath, and then, with kindness, ask yourself, is all of this feeling truly about this person and this specific situation? Or does this feeling have a familiar echo from my past? Is there a part of me that's being particularly activated right now?
Instead of thinking or saying, "You always make me feel," try to explore, "When this happens, I feel." This simple shift brings the focus back to your own experience, your own inner world, which is the only place you truly have the power to understand and change. Cultivate curiosity instead of certainty. When you assume you know what someone else is thinking or feeling or why they're doing what they're doing, you close the door to understanding. What if you approached interactions with a little more openness, a genuine curiosity to learn their perspective, rather than fitting them into your preconceived notion? And most importantly, extend deep compassion to yourself in this process. Recognizing our projections isn't about finding fault or blaming ourselves. Oh, goodness, no. It's about gaining profound self-awareness. It's about understanding the beautiful, intricate ways our minds work. This is a journey of gentle discovery, not harsh judgment. Each little insight is a step towards freedom. The wise Carl Jung spoke about something he called the shadow. These are the parts of ourselves that we might not fully acknowledge or accept. Perhaps qualities we were taught were bad or aspects of our potential we're afraid to own. He observed that we often project these unowned parts onto others. Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." What a powerful thought, isn't it? It suggests that those very moments of friction, those times we feel strongly about someone else's behavior, can actually be signposts, guiding us back to hidden corners of our own hearts, inviting us to become more whole. Learning to recognize and gently withdraw our projections is like cleaning a window pane that has slowly become clouded over time. As the glass becomes clearer, we begin to see others more accurately, with more empathy and understanding. And just as wonderfully, we begin to see ourselves more clearly too. It's not about achieving some perfect state of never projecting again. We're human after all. It's the ongoing practice, the gentle unfolding of awareness. It takes real courage to look within, to question our own perceptions, and to take responsibility for our side of any connection. Every time you pause, every time you choose curiosity over assumption, every time you treat yourself with kindness as you uncover these patterns, you are taking a powerful step towards more authentic, more fulfilling relationships with others and with yourself. This inner work doesn't just heal misunderstandings, it opens up space for deeper love, truer friendship, and more peaceful collaboration. What about you? Can you think of a time, perhaps looking back, when you realized you might have been projecting something onto someone else? A fear, an expectation, a past hurt? What did that moment of recognition teach you? I'd be so genuinely interested to hear your reflections and experiences in the comments below. Sharing our journeys can be so helpful for us all. Thank you so much for sharing this quiet time with me, for exploring these tender parts of the human experience. It means a lot to have you here. Remember, the most profound connections we build with others often find their deepest roots in the connection we cultivate with our own inner world. Be wonderfully gentle with your heart, wishing you clarity and connection. Until we meet again.